Good day and welcome back here on La Token Venture Capital TV. My name is Xavier. I'm going to be your host for today. And like usual, we bring you great projects with innovation, technology, and solutions. Even more, during all these sessions that we make, you get to hear directly from the CEOs or the founders of the project. And the best part is you can post your questions or your comments in the chat box and you can get to hear it directly from the founders of the project. And it's really just about educating you about the project so you can decide if you want to invest in it. Before we move on to the interview, as a reminder, you can always see our previous shows and content by visiting token.com/VCTV/shows. Also, follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, and if you're watching us YouTube, just hit the subscribe button because you always get great content opportunities and a lot of giveaways. One last reminder, please. Anything mentioned here is not any type of financial advice. Please do your research before making any decision. It's your choices and your responsibility. And with that said, I would like to welcome today the project Sourceless with Alexandru Stratulat, founder of Sources. Alexandru, very welcome. How are you?
Thank you. I'm glad to be live with you. Thanks for having me here, and let's go.
Okay, great. Let's start this. Thank you, Alexandru. Can you please tell us a little bit about yourself and the team?
Yeah. About myself, I'm a software engineer. I'm the sourceless blockchain architect with all the components that we have. I'm also the let's say the leader in the developer side, and I have like so many years experience on the developing side, not on the blockchain, not just on the blockchain. Actually, I started to have some contact with blockchain with the first meetup from Romania in 2014, 1 year before Ethereum blockchain was started, was launched from the Genesis, and since then I was uh, absolutely involved in the blockchain technology, cryptocurrencies, and so on. We have a let's say a very nice team. We are 36 at this point. We have some new members also from the developing side to the marketing side, to the web design, application design, and so on. Graphical designers, and we are a really nice team. And with the all of our members are directly involved, and they are like. With their heart on sourceless ecosystem, which actually is not mine. I just started, and now it's also them. So I think this is the reality behind sourceless. We are sharing all the passion. We are sharing the same motivation, and we are working like from really from our heart, not for the money. The money will be there. It's normal. We need to live. We need to pay bills and everything. But we are here um, for having our idea to life.
Okay, thank you, Alexandra. Indeed, you do have the information about your team. So, to our viewers, you can go to sourceless.io. That you'll be able to find information about the token, the IEO that's happening right now in La Token, the white paper, roadmap, documentation, explore more, the team, and also you can get in contact with the project. Alexandra, is a very interesting project. I would like if you can a little bit introduce us to it. I was reviewing the page, and it is the new web. So, can you please explain us a little bit what can we expect from Sourceless?
Yeah. Uh, Thanks. It's really let's say the most challenging question. Not challenging because of what we are doing, challenging because um, as I present a little on myself, it's not just cryptocurrency. We are not thinking of the project as a project with, let's say, on the usual side of the blockchains. We are like an ecosystem. Even in the image, we have the provisional software patent that we had on this January from USPTO United States Service, in which our Sourceless incorporated company is based, and in actually in Delaware, United States, and we have an Web3 native ecosystem. Let's say like this. We believe that Web3 it's actually a normal um, expansion and a normal upgrade for the web that we have today. We believe that Web3 must contain and must share ownership with the people that are navigating into it. We think that behind every domain that we try to build um, on the Web3, it must have an, um, let's say, an kind of an ownership, and the hosting must be based on distributed ledger technology, so we can have um, for real shared hosting. We need to be faster, and everyone knows that peer-to-peer is the fastest way to upload and download documents, and now it's possible because of the distributed ledger technology, because of the blockchain. We have like str dot domains that are our identity, it's our certificate in this Web3 native ecosystem, that can be personal. So let me offer you an example. I have str.alex, which is my like my um, passport, is my identity, but not just a certification of my identity. It's more than that. It's actually connecting all of my social media accounts, and it's a proof that those are belonging to me. It's more than that. It's actually I can create a dynamic page, like a www page, but with the help of the DLT and with our browser, you can easily navigate into it. So we believe that the Web3 must be functional and must give people ownership. It must be decentralized in uh, in the right way. Let's say like this: in the right way, a decentralization can be helpful. Um, a lot of details are to be discussed about the decentralization, because it's not actually possible to have fully decentralization on the WW on the web that we are let's say building, because if we have a file, and this is an example, we have a file, yeah, that is shrinking, encrypting, and shared to 1000 people. But if I don't have an initial space that contain all the file, maybe one of the 1000 users that are sharing the same space, it's out of network, let's say like this. Then I will not create that file. So it's important uh, to be logical and to have a common sense when we are trying to build a real and functional Web3. So we are really figuring out how to do it to be sustainable, to be like real. Let's say um, on this example, we can have a file, yeah, that is also our ownership, and we can choose by ourselves, not as today on the Web 2. We can choose if we um, give the data in a public way or keep it in a private way, or it's just our ownership. And there is a technology that I really like, and we are using on our ecosystem. It's about zero knowledge. Zero knowledge. It's about validating an information without knowing it. And I think that is the main point when we are, let's say, using all our information in an open web. Another thing that we have, let's say, it's a new thing, and it's the main point on having real scalability and huge amount of user that also can build on top on us, and it's about the 1 megabyte fully validating node. And that, I think, it's extremely important on the blockchain side and on the scalability of a blockchain.
Can you please explain, Alexandru, that apart a little bit more?
Yeah, I will try to explain how this is working. And it's all about zero knowledge and SNARK technology. I don't want to be extremely into details. We have a lot of information about it on our white paper, and everyone can really take a look inside. And also the patent, it's about also the nodes, the fully validating nodes, and we have that technology in which, I will give an example. It's actually another blockchain, but I'm sharing because I think this is not about only sourceless. It's about the better good that we can have all the blockchain inside this technology, and it's about Mina protocol. They are using a very similar technologies, like maybe 90%. The same that we are using, but they are using like 44 kilobytes validators node. So I think in the way we are doing things and we are dealing with the nodes, we can put a node inside the wallet on our own smartphones, and I think that will be huge. And will be huge, like on the technology side, not on the other sides, because we are having now like more than 80% of the user, even now with the streaming that we have, like now, maybe 80% are watching on their smartphones, and I think it's logical to go and give them the best way to deal with what we are building directly on the phones that they have in the pocket all the time. This is what we are trying to build with the 1 megabyte nodes.
Okay, thank you
You're welcome.
for that information. Now, I think to better illustrate, to better explain, maybe we can watch a video that you have prepared about sourceless.
Yeah.
So our viewers can have a visual, understand a little bit more. Let's have a look at it. Okay, very good. Very nicely done. Great effects.
Thank
Alexander, two questions come from
you.
after watching this. Okay, it's a swordless ecosystem. First, what differentiates you, sourceless, from other projects out there? And secondly, how do you plan a mass adoption of this ecosystem?
Yeah, thanks for the questions. Uh, we are different in uh, we name we named ourselves as a real community blockchain. Even the process that we use on validating transaction, it doesn't matter if they are financial transaction or confirmation on or movement of documents and so on of megabytes. Uh, we believe that we have a proof of existence uh, on everything. Why? Because every wallet will have a 1 megabyte node that exists and that are like really running on the moment we are doing a one-to-one transaction with the third party, which is also a node that will be the witness of the transaction with the involvement of zero knowledge. So the third party will never know what transaction he was validating, and that I think is uh, the the core of our blockchain, and the most important thing that we have different than others. Also, we have a bunch of things that we really try to create a better and a friendly and actually a cognitive web, and that is extremely tightly related with the blockchain. We are thinking that cognitive web, and this is a Web3 functionality, need to have a lot of tools, and also I will offer some examples as the machine learning and the AI that are already functional with the thanks for the guys from OpenAI that have the text to programming languages, with the Copilot from GitHub, with our partners, Formwelt Institute, which are, let's say, our main technology partner. They are building the LI, which will be based on our blockchain, and it will be helped by our um, Solidity-like software. Um, we believe if we have a different approach on the blockchain transaction validation and everything. So at this point we need a different. Sorry for and there is a little noise. I hope it's not too disturbing. We have some
Okay.
validation. We have we have some different kind of approaching with the transaction and everything, with the interaction with the blockchain. I don't really like at this point, because I need to work with different software like Solidity, like Python, like Golang, and so on, so I can work with the blockchain. So we are working. We are like 90% done already with the RS software, which is kind of Solidity Go from Golang, and also Python commands that we will put inside an user interface, so we can directly interact with the blockchain in an development area. So we have a bunch of things that are really different than other blockchains. And at this point, we are um, near the public launch. We hope and we believe we will be ready in 1 or 2 months with the fully functional ecosystem. Anyway, in a beta mode, but so anyone can jump and just use it. And the second question, if you will repeat with me, it will be perfect. This was about the differences.
Yes, there might be other ecosystem. There are actually other ecosystems out there that might be trying to achieve something similar as you do. What
Yeah.
makes what makes Sourceless different from the other ones?
Yeah, this was the point. Actually, I tried to answer. It's the way we are dealing with our, let's say, validators, with the transaction, with the um, um, programming on the blockchain, using smart contracts, interacting with smart contracts, and everything. It's everything. It's handmade from scratch. We are using kind of different approaches on the nodes, and not just on the nodes, on the human interaction with the blockchain itself. So yeah, I know there are like other projects that are creating very similar stuff, but it's normal. uh, and I think the main point is not to be unique. We really need to jump in and create uh, the better blockchain uh, can all humanity use. And at this point, I think we have a lot of gaps, and it's a huge market, and we have really different approach than any other project. I also try to see. It's normal to check about other guys. Maybe someone that sees things different. There are like upgrades. There are like all the time news and invention and everything. And I think it's normal to create the best ecosystem you can, the best blockchain you can. It's normal to take a look, and pretty sure we are unique.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. While we speaking, obviously we are live on YouTube, and there has been coming some questions from the
Of course.
viewers. But your team is on top of it. Your team is replying to them live, so I
Oh,
think
nice,
they have covered that. So, so well
nice.
done for your team. Uh,
Thanks.
because that gives us actually more time to answer a few other questions that might be of interest to the members. But before we do that, I want to talk about the token.
Yeah,
First, okay, I have to do mention, and I would like to share a page that we are live with the sourceless IEO in La Token. And if you allow me, I'd just like to share the page, share my
yeah,
screen so our viewers can see that. And here it is. This is the page where the sourceless IEO is happening in La Token. And if you want to see it, please go to latoken.com/IEO/STR. That's the ticker for sourceless STR. Once you're there, you will be able to see that the IEO is on its first round. It started on the 22nd of June and will end on the 22nd of July. So you're still on time to join this project. But please, as I said before, get familiar with it, learn more about it, investigate, do your homework. In the token page, which I mentioned, and you can see down below the link, you're going to have all the project summary. You're going to have the token allocation, the info and economics, um, the fundraiser highlights, media mentions, the partnerships that they have, and of course, you're going to be able to see the team. And it's very important that the team is there, because you see a lot of projects out there don't really give much information about the team, but here you are able to make your due diligence to look and actually learn from the project in order to make a decision. Okay, so with that said, I would like to ask Alexandru, how does the token get involved in the whole project and the ecosystem?
Can you please repeat the question? Sorry, but it's kind of
Sure.
noisy here.
How does the token get involved in the whole project and the ecosystem?
Yeah. Um, the token will be, let's say, the fuel. It's governance token. At this point, we have a Binance Smart Chain token, because we really need funds so we can uh, uh, go further, make more steps, and so on. For this reason, and I think it's normal, also with the La Token IEO, with the next listing, we have like in plan seven checks exchanges. So we really have some good plans for near future. But to answer directly to your question, the token, it's governance token, and also 66.6% will be um, lifetime locked inside the web ecosystem. So it will be directly related to each address. There will be two type of addresses. One will be str.personal address. It's like str dot your name, your nickname. It doesn't matter. It's your choose that you will have that domain, that certificate, and everything which goes with it. But you will have behind a number of the STR tokens would that will be um, directly stacked with your address for the lifetime of the address. Also, you can remove the tokens if you will need. Okay, I don't want this address is not functional for me, or I don't know which reason. We don't want to create an obligation for our members. No, you can have it, and that then you can actually go to the marketplaces and go with the address for sale, for auction, or even you can ask sourceless. Okay, I want to let's say burn my address and get the STR tokens back. In that point, there are a kind of tokenomics thing that some financial um, um, tweaks that we need to create, because we have that 66.6% locked for life. But everyone that will need to have the tokens back and to exchange it will have the back the let's say the STR price on that day on the user wallet. So we are having this type of tokenomics, even if it's not really explained or how we make money and everything. This will happen in the next days to give a clear answer on how the tokens will exist and what is their role. But it's fully utility role. We keep less than 5% for the team, and everything will be on the market. Huge quantity will be locked, and we have like another 3% of the entire token. So like 3.7% actually. It will be like on the staking pools, liquidity pools, and this that will create a place where people can really stake and earn some more tokens. So we have multiple financial tools that will help the token value increase and can also help user make some more value.
Okay, very good. Because I think that's very relevant, the value that it
Yeah,
will bring to the investors of the project. Another question, it relates a little bit to your roadmap. You know,
yeah,
nowadays it's very difficult to forecast where you will be in a few years because of market conditions, crypto winters, regulations, technology. It's very hard to make actually a forecast.
yeah.
But where would you like to see Sourceless in a couple of years from now?
Really nice question also, because we have some there is a lot of information to offer and the time is short. We cannot stay like with hours. But anyway, sometimes I forget some main points that we really have, and one of them it's about regulatory, about legislation and everything. We are ISO uh, compliant. Like technical side, it's 100% ISO compliant. And we prepare the documentation to be sent to the guys that really take care of the ISO compliance on the, let's say, on the paper side. the legal staff, the lawyers, and everything that. And I believe that for real, we need to be ISO compliant because everything will be related, and you can connect to financial tools and financial institution, and to be on the white side of the market, you really need to be compliant. This is one of our, let's say, I think is the one of the best quality on this, as you said, difficult world in blockchain and crypto and everything. Also, we have this legal side in which we have our main company that actually get the patent. It's in United States. We are opening now. Actually, we are waiting for the final papers on our company in UAE, in Dubai, in the DMCC area. That is the name. We have also on Europe, on the European side of the crypto friendly countries. We try to keep up with everything that is in that is needed on the legal side, and because we really believe that the future of the project, it's uh, for a very long time. Actually, our tokens are already, let's say, prepared to be like the first distribution. It's for the team. It's for after 1 year from July this year, another year for the first part. Also, we have like a 5 year distribution. So from next month, we have like another 6 years when we will take the tokens. And I think it's very important for the, let's say, honesty of the project. And we are really trying to create something sustainable in time and to build um, a nice ecosystem that everyone can use.
Okay, great. As far as I know, for making an ecosystem, you don't need any type of license, right?
Yeah, but it depends on some points. You have cryptocurrency. If you
Hmm.
have cryptocurrency, then you must have a crypto license. That is
Okay.
one point. Another, you are using a DLT, distributed ledger technology. In Dubai, in the company, they are having this type of DLT license.
Oh,
So
that's licensed.
yeah.
So
So
how
you
many
need
licenses do you need to work?
actually, I have just an answer that it's kind of a joke, but not really for all. You have NFTs, you need a license.
Hmm. Okay.
So, and I think I'm not really upset, let's say, like, because of this, because I think we really need to have that. Okay, maybe today I'm here, and we know there are a lot of projects that hit and run.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very good point to, okay, what you have? You have this, you have this, you have this. Okay, let's let's certify that in a, let's say, in a the best way possible. Because crypto license now, there are countries that are offering just you pay them some money and that's all. That is not let's say something that disturb too much a project that can, or it's prepared to be like in the dark side of the crypto industry. So
Yes.
I'm really okay with licensing and legislation. Actually, we in Romania we have some proposal to work with some some guys with for the legislation here in Romania. We are like 90% on the team are Romanians, so I'm okay with it. We really need to have some. some terms to be like on the legal side.
Hmm. Because if you see, I think maybe the big majority of the projects out there, whether it's an NFT project, a token, they do not have a license. They're not audited, so it's really it's really a speculative market for them with no security for the investors.
Yeah,
So
I know,
that
I
in one
know.
side, as you said, yes, licenses are relevant. The only problem that I see is that in some jurisdictions, because it's so new, you don't really need a license. Where in other places, you have to have a license. So that's also, unfortunately, the world has not come together, the
Yeah,
regulators, on only, okay, we need like this license, like a banking license, but for crypto. It's all like, as you said, it's like a mix and match of
yeah,
different licenses just to be covered from all angles.
yeah. We are trying to keep up with legislation. We are trying to be, let's say, we are trying to be good. We really try to create something that it's also with this patent. I have a lot of question. Okay, why did you do this? You heard about soul bounded tokens. you know uh, Sometimes, because I work on the development side, uh, I forget to, let's say, to write and publish my ideas, because it's like, it's uh, kind of my property. And last year, in like in summer, I had some articles about this WNFT, but I have a lot of notes on my papers. I really like to draw on the white on a paper and to write on a paper. And in January, I heard Vitalik Buterin talking about soul bound tokens, and for me it was very very nice, because 90% on all that he speak about soul bounded tokens, actually we have a patent about that. Okay, different names. I'm good with that. But actually, it's we have some proof that it's maybe it's not. It's something maybe for my ego, but for me it's very important, because I think, okay, we are on the same path. We worked before a little. I cannot afford to tell I'm, let's say, too important for Ethereum even then. But I used to work a little and to discuss uh, a lot before being famous. And now I like we are on the same page. And actually, I took a better start on that side.
Very good. Personal question, Alexandra. Which do you think is the most crypto friendly country that you have come across?
Oh, crypto friendly country. Uh, I don't think there is an answer, a real answer, because in Romania we have. I can give an example from here. I have like more than 3 letters I sent for the, let's say, for to our authorities to ask. Okay, I built this, I made this. What I need to pay? It's I want to pay, let's say, the taxes. There were no answers, so I don't need to pay nothing. So I think it's very crypto friendly. But after that, there is a 10% on the profit law that I think almost all the country have after the Bitcoin and everything. So uh, it's not really a direct answer that we can have on this. There are a lot of countries. I don't really know all the jurisdiction and everything, but I think also in Europe there are some crypto friendly countries, but there is no legislation, so it's not really clear. It's not really something we can rely on. We have like Dubai. Dubai, it's like a nice center for crypto, and they have some legislation, and I think it's very nice. On my point, I would choose with my eyes closed, UAE and Dubai, especially with the DMCC.
Yeah, maybe I think they are setting the trend
Yeah,
for the other countries, like a benchmark for them to
yeah,
know how to legislate this, because they're very proactive. You see, all the major blockchain conferences in the world are happening there.
yeah,
But at the same time, as you said, you need the licenses. So they are really trying to put a balance between it, the demand for all these kind of new blockchain ideas, and also the legislation. So I think, yeah, I agree. I think they're doing a very good job. Uh, Great, Alexander. We did have a couple of more questions, but we're running out of time. So
yeah.
I would like to ask you if you have any final words for our viewers today.
Yeah. For me, it's very important, but maybe it seems to be like big words and everything. But I really believe that we cannot do blockchain without the help of our members. Uh, Even when we are talking about money, value, and everything, if we are not sharing with them, we will not win at all. And I think there are a few major points, and we really try to have them to have that community value fairly shared, not taking let's say advantage on some people that really work for the money and everything. So I really believe uh, everyone must be uh, uh, on the same page with us. Even we started building it in the next future. Uh, Everything can be part and can build on it on uh, ownership basis. So I think uh, I need to thank all of the guys, even you, Javier, and the Blatokan guys, and all the guys on the team, and all the guys that really even ask questions, because they spend time with me, and time means money. And
Exactly.
I really want to thank all of you.
Great, great. It's very nice to hear that, and you have a great team. I can see your team in action and here in the back part. To our viewers, more and more time, please visit the website sourceless.io. Get to know the project better. You have all the relevant information there to make a decision, whether it's about the token, the white paper, the roadmap, the team, and so on. In case you want to learn more, or you actually do want to participate in the project, please go to latoken.com/IEO/STR. You will be able to participate there. As I said before, Sources is having the IEO right now, the first round from 22nd of June to 22nd of July. So you're still on time. And if there's going to be a second round, well, you know what's going to happen. The price of the token will obviously go up. So you're still on time for that. If you do not have an account in LaToken, simply go to latoken.com, open an account, and you just have to upload one personal ID, and you'll be ready to invest. With that said, Alexandro, I would like to thank you and your team for being here with us today. It's been fantastic. We do hope to see you again in the near future. If you have any demo for us or something else you would like to show,
Of
you're
course.
more than welcome.
Thank you again for having me here.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you.
Alexander. Have a great day. And to our viewers,
Thank
thank
you.
you as well
You
for your
too.
time, and we'll
Bye.
see you at the next show. Bye bye.
Bye.